Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name, code Hodge at checkout, and you guys will actually get $20 off of your order. That's first time orders only, so if you guys have used SeatGeek before, make a new account with a new email, you can still use the code and get $20 off for any ticket for any event in the entire world just using code Hodge at checkout over on SeatGeek. Alright, let's go and jump in here with some juicy rumors. Let's start off with the first rumor of the day, which is a very exciting one. We're talking about WWE. We're talking about Universal Studios. We're talking about WWE doing a Halloween Horror Nights house. Whoa, what? This is so cool. So, I live in Orlando and I go to Universal Studios all the time, so I love to hear something like this, that WWE is actually getting something in a theme park. Because I love going to theme parks. I go to like Disney World and Universal Studios because I live here in Orlando now where I go to college. So it's like so cool. But yeah, basically WWE, there's a rumor saying that they're gonna have a Halloween Horror Nights house. Halloween Horror Nights is of course Universal's like Halloween kind of special event where they have like all these haunted houses set up you can go through. And there's a rumor there's gonna be a WWE haunted house. It's like, whoa, what? So what's this gonna be? The rumors are currently saying it's gonna be like a Bray Wyatt, maybe a real life Firefly funhouse you can go through. Like, how cool will that be? I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah, apparently WWE is a part of this this Universal Studios thing, and this is gonna be so cool. And if it does happen, I can actually go and do a vlog, giving you guys the experience of going there too through the lens of this very camera. So I'm excited. I really hope this is true. But the rumors are saying this will be announced sometime at the end of this month, so we'll know very, very soon if this is true or not true. All right, the next rumor we're going to be talking about today is about SummerSlam this year. So SummerSlam is the next very large WWE Premium Live event, one of the big four. And this one's about a special attraction for the show, if you will. So WWE, they've pretty much always done this. I know a lot of people like to complain about it, especially now, and be like, oh, TKO's ruined it. But the celebrity appearances or the celebrity matches have always been a very, very big part of WWE. Like, it's always a thing. I mean, we used to have like a special, like, celebrity host from like Monday Night Raw like every week, like years ago, like when I was growing up. So it's not a huge deal, but basically Jelly Roll, the musical artist, there's rumors that he's gonna be having a match at SummerSlam, and a lot of people are like, well, why are they doing this? They're not wrestlers. Well, they never give them like a singles match. It's always they pair them with someone and they kind of get carried through the match, and it's like a good moment. And basically the reason they even do this is it's just so much publicity for the WWE. Like, mainstream media are gonna report, oh, Jelly Roll had a wrestling match, here it is. And it's like, well, that's good that people are seeing WWE on TV and they might have never heard of WWE before and they might be into watching that. And if they watch that, they might actually like wrestling and continue watching other things to do with wrestling. So, yeah, it means a smart business move. But basically, the rumor is saying Jelly Roll will be teaming up with... Jelly Roll is just such a fun name to say. Anyway, Jelly Roll is going to be teaming up with Randy Orton to take on a mystery team, basically. And you can kind of piece together the people there, and it's kind of already taking shape there. But ultimately, Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, tag teaming together at SummerSlam. And yeah, it's good publicity for the WWE. As far as the greatness of the sport of wrestling, I don't know so much about that. But as far as having new eyes on wrestling, it does help. All right, the next rumor, let's talk about Seth Rollins. So this was very unfortunate. So if you guys watched Saturday night's main event last night, you know Seth Rollins got injured during the show. So basically he was doing his match. He tried to do like the springboard thing that I feel like he always hurts himself on. And basically, yeah, he had to, the match had to be called like really, really early, and basically he had to be helped to the back, and he couldn't walk on his own. And basically, I don't know what it is. Of course, he has the history of like the knee issues and things, of having to have surgery on them before and stuff like that. And yeah, he's just kind of had those issues in the past few years. And yeah, he's still these crazy moves. He's got to take it easy. You really got to take it easy. But ultimately, I'm not exactly sure. Some people were saying it was his ankle. Other people were saying it's his knee. If I had to guess, it's probably his knee. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious where he's gonna have to have surgery. Hopefully it's just like something where he's like tweaked it and he's just gonna have to rest it for like a few weeks and be all right. But we're gonna wait and see on that. I don't really know. All we know is this wasn't a storyline, because when this happened, everyone was like, I know that wasn't real. I know that wasn't real. This is WWE. He's gonna cash in later tonight, isn't he? He's gonna cash in later tonight, and then he just never cashed in. Everyone's like, oh, so we're just like horrible people pointing and laughing at the guy who's injured, being like, we know you're faking it. We know you're faking. But wait, he wasn't faking it. Yeah, he basically he's injured. So yeah, best of wishes to Seth Rollins there on that injury, and hopefully he doesn't have to have surgery. And hopefully we get like an official update soon on what actually happened there. But yeah, apparently it was a legitimate injury, and the guy's going to be at least a few weeks out. If not, hopefully it's just that, nothing more serious. All right, let's move on to John Cena's last match here. So we're talking about John Cena's last match. Of course, this is John Cena's retirement year, which is crazy and sad to think about. But John Cena's retiring this year. He's gonna have one final match in December, and it's probably gonna be like the Saturday night's main event, which would be happening in Boston in in December. So the end of the year. So who's who can wrestle? Like, who is John Cena's final match gonna be against? Who is his opponent? This rumor actually is giving a name, and it may be a name not many people were expecting. Everyone was thinking like something classic, like a classic kind of Cena last match, like one of his like traditional like classic rivals like CM Punk or like Randy Orton, or even have Brock Lesnar come back and do that. But this rumor is actually saying no, his final match will be none other than against the current World Heavyweight Champion. He'll be facing Gunther, which, I mean, would be cool because Gunther's like the future here, and he's a World Heavyweight Champion and everything like that. But they kind of just want to do this, I feel like, just for Gunther to be able to say, in the same year, he retired both Goldberg and John Cena. Like that, I mean, that's kind of a really good bragging right there. But obviously, they want him to work with Gunther because Gunther's kind of like the future kind of guy and the champion going forward in WWE. So his last match, saying it's going to be against Gunther. I don't know. I definitely want to see him work with Gunther. But I don't know if I want that to be John Cena's very last match ever. I would prefer like a Randy Orton match or like a CM Punk match or something. But ultimately, I don't know. It's up in the air. We'll have to wait and see. But this rumor is saying it's going to be against Gunther. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is it. This is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. We're talking about none other than the Beast incarnate himself. We're talking about Brock Lesnar here. So we have not seen Brock Lesnar in the WWE in right at 2 years. The last match he had was at SummerSlam 2023. So we've not seen Brock Lesnar in 2 years. What is up with that? So there's been a lot of controversy going on with like the Vince McMahon stuff, and we don't really need to get into all that crazy stuff. But ultimately, is Lesnar ever coming back? Well, Lesnar, all this stuff kind of went missing. His pages on like WWE.com went missing. All of his merchandise was pulled from WWE Shop. He was just kind of poof, kind of disappeared from WWE television, and they removed him from like all TV stuff as well. And yeah, he kind of just went missing, and he's kind of living his life on his Canadian farm. He's spotted every once in a while in the public doing his thing. But ultimately, we really haven't heard that much from Brock Lesnar, but things are starting to be active again. So actually, WWE has revived the page on Lesnar, and all of his merchandise has just magically came back to WWE Shop, like literally last night. So yeah, Lesnar might be coming back, or at least things are getting that direction where they want to start talking to Lesnar and trying to figure out a deal. And I know Lesnar would probably come back for the right amount of money, for the right situations, for the right thing he wants to do. So it's very, very possible we could see Lesnar coming back very soon. I don't know if this is like a SummerSlam situation or like a WrestleMania situation, and I don't think things are even that far along. They probably just came to a deal on like merchandising rights or something, and then maybe they're starting to talk again. I don't know the situation, but ultimately Brock Lesnar coming back to WWE might be happening very, very soon. That's a good sign that his merchandise came back and they're starting to put him back on like the television and marketing materials, I guess. So there you guys have it. That's going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But I'm your King of Vlog Style, Brandon Hodge, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.